Promised you brand new launch here. And, you know, we talk about wanting to impress our guests and having that beautiful spread. And sometimes you think like, well, I got to cook all of this and it's overwhelming. You know, if you get the right ingredients, the right items to add, they can elevate every single experience, no matter what you're making, from sandwiches maybe to pizzas. And if you get the right pesto, take a look at your screen. This is Bella Cucina. It's a 2-pack of 6-ounce pestos. And we have a brand new guest here today. Chef Elisa Berry is joining us here. Look, you're getting a 2-pack. You're getting 2 of those. Chef Elisa, who is inspired by local ingredients from traveling from Atlanta, California to Italy. And we were talking earlier about the love of the local ingredients, something artisan, something specific, something that will elevate every meal for $27.95 a day in free shipping and handling. Welcome to HSN, Chef.
Thank you so
happy
much.
to have you.
Hi, it's so great to be here, and I'm just absolutely delighted to introduce you. Some of you may know Bella Cucina already, and for those of you that don't, I'm super excited to introduce you to our beautiful line of pestos. We've got 2 of our best-selling pestos here. We've got a traditional basil pesto, which most of you know. Pesto means ground up, so it's all ground up with beautiful ingredients. And then we take a little poetic license on another best-selling product, and that's our artichoke pesto. And just like Ty said, there are so many things that you can do with this. A lot of people will just open it up and eat it out of the jar as a spread with crackers or crostini, which is super easy and super delicious. And there's so many ways that you can elevate your everyday cooking in just as a simple secret ingredient. And how you want to do that is you want to just make a few recipes. And I'm just going to show you some of our absolute easiest favorite recipes. One is artichoke dip, and it's super easy. We're just going to take 1 jar of artichoke.
Okay.
And the good thing about this too is these are all shelf stable. They have a shelf life of 2 years from date of production. We make everything by hand in small batches, all natural, so you can keep it in your pantry. So when you have guests and you want to make a quick entree or entertaining, you need a little quick dip like I'm going to show you now, just pull it out of your pantry and you can make it. So we're just going to take a jar of the pesto, toss it in, and 2 simple ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry: Parmesan cheese, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and just mix it together. And this small jar of pesto makes a full dip here. So we've got a warm artichoke dip, which is our favorite thing to do. It's the recipe on the bottom of the jar. Like all of our products, they have a recipe on the bottom of the jar. So
cool. Oh, really? Oh, look at that. Yeah, on the bottom of the jar, the recipe. Also, these jars are great. This is not, it's not coming to you in like a plastic jar or something. These are really great, kind of reusable jars. There's your little recipe on the bottom, full of those kind of premium local ingredients. And there's a real difference in that. You and I were talking about this earlier. That's what helps you elevate whatever you're looking for, right? If you do want to make that great dip, you're putting this on a sandwich, you're putting this on a flat bread, just getting those right ingredients can really, what I like to say, impress your guests. Remember, you're getting 2. Whether you choose the artichoke or whether you choose the basil, you are getting 2, but you know, I said earlier here at HSN, combos are very popular. So you can also get the combo as well. You can try 1 of each, $27.95. Maybe as we look around here, tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this specifically. You were telling me about having your place in Atlanta and everyone wanting to take it home.
Absolutely. So, I mean, as you said, good food starts with good ingredients. And what we have here is made with the finest ingredients possible and few ingredients. You'll only find 3 or 4 ingredients in all of our jars of pestos: the artichoke, the basil. We have beautiful walnuts and fresh ground Parmesan cheese and parsley and garlic and lemon juice. So it's very pure and clean and really inspired by my training. I did my culinary training out in California, which really set the foundation for my food philosophy, where Food is not about filling your stomach, although we love to do that too, as you can see. But it's also about the ritual of eating and the artful. How do you elevate your everyday with one simple ingredient? So that's how this line started. And basil pesto and the artichoke pesto, these are two of our best-selling products. This is our first time on HSN, and this is the only place you're going to find these bundles here.
Yeah.
And so we've got the 2 artichoke, the basil, and then the combo pack. And a couple of ways that we can make.
Yeah, let's see. Let's jump into let's give everybody some ideas here. When we've got the chef here herself, let's talk about some ideas.
Well, first
and also,
of all,
where can I dip this cracker?
Yeah,
can I dip this cracker in here?
Is
this the one that has the? Is this the recipe that we're talking about?
This is the recipe on the bottom of the jar.
There we go.
And so you can serve it warm. And a little trick you can do is, if you're having company, you can put a little tea light under it, and it'll keep it warm. What do you think?
Oh, it's so good.
Super easy, super simple.
It's so fresh too. It's like immediate.
You get that chunkiness of the artichoke, and then you taste the cheese.
You can taste all of that. Sometimes we pull things off the shelf, and the taste has faded. It's gone because it's been on, because they didn't use local ingredients, or everything was shipped in from a long way because the care wasn't taken into it, or it was in a plastic container. That's the difference. That's the difference in this dip and what you're laying out for your guest. For $27.95, I have to say, when we say artisan, when we say local ingredients, when we say, and we talk about the care and the selection of these ingredients, it's usually very expensive, right? We can spend a lot of money, and sometimes it's worth it to spend $80 or $90 a bottle. Right now, for 2, $27.95. Again, you can choose 2 in the artichoke lemon, 2 in the basil, or that combo where you get to try one of each. Okay, let's get back to some ideas here.
And food is all about quality. So again, it's like the value. What is the value that you're getting? So I love to shop the farmer's market. That's how all of these products were created, based on real ingredients, good ingredients. And here's a really simple recipe. Just from the farmer's market, you can use any kind of seasonal vegetables, and then just make a simple vinaigrette. And again, a little bit goes a long way. So all of our pestos are really concentrated. They're not loaded with oil. So you just need a little bit to add a lot of flavor. So I just made a little vinaigrette here with some extra virgin olive oil and that special secret ingredient, the basil pesto, and we're just gonna toss it up.
Oh, so that's all you added in there. Okay, about how much of the pesto did you put in there, would you say?
1 tablespoon.
Okay,
so
1
all
tablespoon.
of that in 1 tablespoon. And you've got about 8 tablespoons in a jar. So, and it will keep in your refrigerator for weeks. And again, it's shelf stable, so you can keep it in your pantry for up to 2 years.
Chef,
you won't want to wait that long.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it won't. It'll last if you want it to. It's not going to, though, because you're going to dig in. Chef, I don't know if you've noticed, but right off camera here, we have a couple of crew members that cannot wait to get it. They even brought their own forks. They even brought. Come on in.
All right.
Come on in.
We've got the artichoke dip. We've got
what can we choose from here?
So this is a focaccia panini.
Ooh.
So tomatoes are coming into season.
That's a yes.
We've got basil pesto with mozzarella. This is like the easy go-to that is going to be everybody's favorite for a picnic, for lunch, for dinner.
Yeah.
We've got the artichoke dip that you're tasting with a little cracker.
Yeah. Yeah, dig in. Again, it's an elevated experience. Again, it can be for a picnic and for fun, for family reunion, but the flavor elevates everything, ladies.
Yes?
Oh, my goodness.
What do you love about it?
Everything.
Everything, that's a good sign.
It's so fresh. The flavors are so fresh. That's what's amazing. It's almost like it was made right there table side, right? And that's the difference. That's the difference in those local ingredients that you choose. That's the difference in chef's background. And now we're going right in for the sandwich here. Yeah,
Yes.
don't slow down. Get some for your friends. Get plenty here.
And
That's
while
what
you're
today's
here,
all about.
why don't I just come over here?
Go
and
for
why
it,
don't
Chef,
we make one more thing? So actually, I need the vinaigrette. Why don't?
Yeah, get it.
So this is another vinaigrette. So we're just going to make this super easy. You guys stand right here because I want you nearby. I want you to taste some of this. So we're just going to pour some of this on here. These are golden tomatoes. And
oh, yes.
basically, we've made a puff pastry tart. So you can just buy off the shelf puff pastry tart. You can make it if you want, but that's what I buy. It's very convenient. A little bit of ricotta, just another few tablespoons of the basil pesto, and we're just going to pour this onto the tart.
See, look at that. That's the thing.
So you have a beautiful...
You just made such a great point. Maybe it's the ingredients you already have in your kitchen. Maybe it's the ingredients that you normally pick up anyways, but adding this pesto, adding this kind of premium ingredient elevates everything. Look how great that
It's just a little extra, but the flavor, it's the layers of flavor. So everything that I love to do, it's all about layers of flavor. And these ingredients are great because you don't need a lot, but it just adds so much of that extra flavor that you want to really give you a delicious
You guys
flavor.
grab a fork, put it on your little, paper plate that you grab.
Just
jumping in right there. Okay, right now the combo is most popular, that artichoke lemon and that basil pesto combo. We have so many people walking into the studio right now that aren't even on our show right now. They've all come in because they all want to taste, and everyone is welcome. You can just dip it with crackers. You can grab a piece of the sandwich here. You can grab a piece of the flatbread. Keith, Jerry, everybody, come on in. Well, and this is what it's about, Chef, too, is this communal feeling.
Community, we want everybody around the table. And like food is the universal gift, I would say. It's an offering. I always call it an offering. And speaking of offerings, it's Mother's Day, it's Teachers Appreciation coming up, end of school. This is going to be the perfect gift to give.
Keith, jump in there, everybody. And this is it. This is what good ingredients do in great quality, right? It would bring everybody together. Everybody's jumping in for seconds and for thirds.
I love it.
Grab it. Chef, how lovely to have you here
for you
to bring this to us.
This has been so much fun.
$27.95 for two. And look what we created here. Look what we created.
Beautiful.
Isn't this lovely?
The HSN family.
You guys hang out.
Thank you. Hang out.
Can I just say,
have lunch.
This group, none of them are even working. This show, they all came from somewhere else. They heard about the pesto. The word traveled fast, but thank you guys so much. And thank you.
So
Cannot
much.
wait to work with you again. You know, with good quality ingredients, give yourself permission to slow down for a second and enjoy that food again. Before we move on to our last item here, I got to give you a heads up.